Okay, so welcome back from the break. You're still watching The Morning Rush. I am Desifredi and the Starboy, and I've got two guests in the studio. We're talking about entrepreneurship and the youth. Maribel Gabriel and also Nene Odomple. They are guests, yeah. Good morning and welcome. You good?
Good morning.
Yeah, good. Had a good weekend?
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah. I know what happened.
Good.
Yeah.
Stress with school and everything.
Yeah, how you could do it before do it like that. Yeah. Anyway, so let's talk about entrepreneurship and all that. As youth, as I am also, there are lots of things that come up with respect to the youth trying to find things to do for themselves, and you always hear that, oh, that you should get into entrepreneurship and all of those things. Then when you hear things like that, and you know some of your friends and even maybe yourself, you've got into things like that. How is it, for the youth getting to start something on their own?
Okay, so let me say good morning to our viewers and everybody watching. Thank you so much for having us. Entrepreneurship is something I'll tell everybody to go into, because myself, right from high school, I decided to go into blogging, and it has been so good to me. It's changed my life in certain ways. So as a young person, even when you're in school, whether in the tertiary, whether in the SHS, I think going into entrepreneurship is a way to secure your future. In addition to the education you are trying to give yourself. So it's a good thing. It's something I would recommend for everyone.
But the other question also is that, can everyone be an entrepreneur? Maribel?
Yes, I think everyone can be an entrepreneur. Majorly, entrepreneurship is just all the processes involved in starting and running a business to make profit. And yes, we can all be entrepreneurs, and there are people who have left school or even before entering tertiary have been involved in one trade or the other. I think the name entrepreneurship, it makes it look very big. It is just business. It is buying and selling trade. So we had people back then in secondary school that would sell toffees, that would sell pencils. I had friends who could sell everything, anything you wanted. You say, oh, it's for sale, even if it was her personal stuff.
True.
So I think everyone that has the mindset to make their own money or to be responsible for themselves at one point or the other can go into entrepreneurship.
But certainly there are challenges, and I'm sure one of them would be capital to start that big idea that you have. What are some of the challenges, with respect to starting your own business, Maribel? Okay,
I would speak to the obvious challenge, capital.
Capital.
Exactly. Some businesses are capital intensive and others are not capital intensive. So I think as youth, we should start from where we are. We should start from where we are, where we find ourselves as young people. Okay. So I don't think a feasible business for a youth should be capital intensive. I think as a youth we should look for businesses that we can start with very small, as little as 500 cedis. And there are businesses, if you can survey properly, if you can look around properly, there are businesses that you can start with as little as 500 cedis.
I'm going to ask you.
I ran a fish business. You already know that. And the fish business.
So fish you can start with 500 cedis?
Yes, I'll tell you how.
Without much time for you to do all the explanation.
I was in my room one day. I was listening to this YouTuber who kept on mentioning that you shouldn't own something that wouldn't make money for you. So I think I took a pause and I was like, oh, my refrigerator can make money for me. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll ask questions. And I asked where to get fish. And I realized that getting from the fishermen would be better. I went to the riverside with less than 300 cedis. I got fish in 1 week. I was done. The next time I went to 500 cedis. I was done. I went to 1,000 cedis.
The business is
yes,
running.
It's running.
That makes sense, though.
It's running.
Because usually people talk about, you can start with something small, but we're talking about practicality here. So I wanted an example.
300 cedis is small, and then it's still running now.
Makes sense.
Yes.
And I think, if you want to start a business, start with what you have. Because let me use myself as an example. I started blogging with my Infinix something, but today I use a better phone, and I'm able to take better videos for you to enjoy my content. So start with what you have at hand, rather than waiting to go and get some funding from a certain politician or a certain big man out there. Trust me, sometimes we want to sell our businesses to people, our ideas to people. But the sad thing is, when you go sell the ideas to the people you think have money, they tell you it doesn't make sense. The next moment they are running.
You find out the business. Well, just before we go, you're working on something from school. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so we are having an entrepreneurship fair at Unimac GIJ Jolo campus on Thursday. So this is a project for Diploma 2 students who entrepreneurship is a course we are reading in school. So over 27 different groups have come up with different sort of ideas, innovative ideas that will be exhibiting on the day. So anywhere you are on the day, you should try and pass by. These are innovative things that students have come up with, and we went through a lot of scrutiny to bring the ideas to fore. We had to pitch ideas to the lecturers, a panel, before all those things were accepted. All those who will be pitching on the day were accepted. So you should come and see what your friends, your junior brothers and sisters are doing in school. Okay. And like I would say, GIJ, people will say it's not a practical school. That's a big lie. Because if you come to GIJ, you really go through it.
Okay.
Bro, you are going through this. You have to show anything you say you are doing, you have to show, like there should be some sort of practicality about it. And you should show the people, the lecturers, that this is what I'm doing. This is the amount of money I'm generating. This is the amount of money I need to do it.
Okay.
Like the practicality is there. So come watch your kid brothers and sisters at GIJ on Thursday.
Okay.
So just to add a little to what he said, he rightfully said that the business ideas have been gone through some scrutiny. We had external bodies as part of the panel, and then also the business ideas are not just ideas that are just the everyday idea, because when some ideas were rejected, people had to go back and then re-strategize and then come back. Okay. And then they had to talk about it again. So they are new ideas, they are people's brainchild, and then we want people to come around, see this, and see how you can partner with these young people to make sure that unemployment rate in Ghana really drops drastically.
Yeah, it really drops.
So let me just add this. So coming on the day, as a businessman coming to see these young people, we never know. Maybe the next big business in Ghana is coming from there. Yeah. So come see these young people, try and then invest into them. Okay. Because for Ghana to grow, I think the young people are the people to make it happen.
Yeah. Okay. So there you had it from Nene and also Mirabel from the GIJ Unimac or Unimac GIJ is on their project. And big shout out to Tina of the Metro Newsroom and Original TV and FM. Also